Okay, I am here with my roommate Christian. Say hi, Christian. Christian has agreed to participate in the user experience study that we're doing for the new My BYU interface that I've designed. First thing that I want you to know, Christian, is that this is not a test of you or your own computer abilities. This is a test of the interface. So I don't want you to feel stressed. There's no wrong way to do any of this stuff. It's just testing the interface itself to see if it's user friendly and if it can be used in a public setting.
Let me ask you this. Now, does the fact that I have a genius level intellect and probably am not comparable to the average user impact this experiment?
No, your intellect or none of that will really impact the experiment or the study itself, but I am going to ask you in this sense to role play for a little bit. I know you've been at BYU for a couple of years. You've been pretty experienced with a lot of the software that they use. But I'm going to set up a scene for you and I want you to kind of interact with the interface as if you were in this role play setup, okay?
Let's do this.
So, I want you to imagine that you just got home from your mission. You just finished your first semester at BYU, and it's time for you to register for classes again.
Okay.
Now, you've never done this before because for your first semester classes, your mom did it for you. Like I said, you were on your mission, you just got home. Or your dad. Yeah, that's fine. But you've never registered for classes before, and it's come to that new turn of the semester where you need to register for your next semester classes. You know about the website mybyu.edu. Your dad told you about it, that's how he registered for your classes the first time. So you're going to use this same website. This is the interface that you have in front of you right now. And I want you to do a couple of tasks in order to get you ready for your classes and some different things that you have going on in your upcoming semester. The first thing that...
Why would I just have my dad sign me up again?
Because you're independent now and you can do it. You're home from your mission. So this is the role play that we're going to do for it.
It's called delegation.
While you're going through these tasks though, I want you to really think out loud. We're trying to test the interface. We're trying to test the user experience of the interface. So just kind of think out loud. If you're going to move your mouse towards something, explain your thought process while you're moving it towards that. If something doesn't work right or if something works well, explain your feelings when it does do either of those things. And just really think out loud in everything that you're doing.
Okay.
Does this make sense?
For
Perfect.
someone with a genius level intellect as myself.
Wonderful. We're going to proceed with the first task then. For the first task, like I said, you're trying to register for your classes. So you get to this My BYU interface. And I want you to find the button that you have to click to register for your classes.
Okay. So right off the bat, looking at this screen, my eyes are drawn to classes, but I can't discount students just yet. I think both of those are potential viable options. This scheduling grades is blank, so I'm going to assume that's not a link towards anything. We'll try classes first. Register for classes. Boom.
Bing,
It
bing,
does
bing,
nothing.
Bing, bing, bing.
I say, Dad, will you do this for me? You could do it.
So this is just testing the My BYU interface. All of the links will take you to other sites such as My Map or My Financial Center or different links like that.
I see.
Where you can actually do the tasks. The purpose of My BYU is to be that hub, the link hub like it is.
I see.
Okay, the next task I'm gonna ask you first then, what were your overall feelings of being able to find where you needed to register for classes?
I think it was decent.
Okay.
I would maybe even put register for classes above graduation plan, but I've never went for planning. Given my genius level intellect, it's kind of a superfluous activity for myself.
That would be an advantage, yes. Okay, the next task that we're gonna do, you're in the same role play situation. You are starting your second semester here at BYU.
Okay.
You
Have I
actually
registered for classes?
You finished registering for classes. You got that task done already. But you actually just started a new job here on campus. And your new manager told you that for your paychecks to go through, you need to be able to set up direct deposit.
Okay.
Using My BYU, figure out how to do that, or the link that you need to click on to get to the place where you can do that.
Sure. Now, the obvious answer seems like work, but I think there could be a strong argument made for personal, but we'll click on work. And I was doing direct deposit, you said?
Yep.
Boom.
Got it. Nice and easy. You found the direct deposit. Way to go. Now,
It's easy when you have a genius level intellect like myself.
Wonderful. Can you explain to me your thought process there as well, over like how you were feeling or how that process went for you?
My thought process was, you said, you've got to do something for your job. And job is synonymous with work. So I clicked on work.
Perfect. And under work, he found the link that said direct deposit.
That's right.
And that's the one that you decided to click on. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The next task that we're going to do then.
That one I think is appropriately organized.
Nice. The next task that we're going to do is COVID has been a thing recently, and it's a pretty rough thing. The university is frequently changing protocols of how they handle things with COVID-19.
Sure.
I want you to find where you can find the information of the most recent COVID-19 protocol announcements from the university.
I assume it would be here underneath campus announcements, but there's nothing there. Miscellaneous is my next thought because COVID seems kind of like it doesn't deserve its own tab or like that kind of thing. So I click on miscellaneous. Oh, strikeout. We'll try personal next because COVID is a personal endeavor. Oh, strikeout. We'll try students next because I'm a student.
So,
Ooh, strikeout.
to hold you back from clicking through all the tabs, this is just a wireframe interface. It doesn't have all of the details involved. It would normally just be under the campus announcements box, like you first identified.
All right.
So, had it first appeared there, though, would that have been the first place that you looked, was under that box?
Assuming I'm actively looking to see if they've made a change? Probably.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
And then failing that, I would look for some sort of like how we're handling COVID-19 these days, which I would assume would be under miscellaneous.
Gotcha. Okay. That's good to know. So let me just write down a few little notes right here. As I'm doing so, were there any other thoughts or impressions that you had about how this interface is working or its user friendliness, or if there was anything confusing or frustrating about it?
I would probably change this personal tab to like account.
Okay.
Because personal strikes me as hand in hand with like student stuff because I am a student.
Gotcha.
So I would probably make it more clear that it's a administrative tab rather than a school related tab, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, that does make sense.
Let's see what we got in these students. Housing, my financial center, meal plans, campus resources, learning suite. Underneath classes, we got graduation register, book list, class catalog, enrollment services.
And this wireframe isn't complete. There would be more links under each of those tabs as well.
Sure.
This is just to give an example of what would be included under each tab.
Right, just kind of seeing what's what, get a feel for these tabs. I would say that my first thought coming to a website like this would be to see what's underneath all of these, to acclimate myself to the organization.
Okay.
Because there's, I would say, with my genius level intellect, I think there's several different viable organization layouts with all their own internal logic. So my first thought would be to check what this website's internal logic is.
Okay. And is that, in the way that it's set up right now, is that just because the tabs are the first thing that draw your attention, or is that just because of your experience with websites that's usually where you find your information at?
I would say it's because websites are information dense these days, and you can't just have a link for every single thing there. So you have to folder it, put things in folders.
Yeah, okay.
So, make of that what you will.
So I guess at what point in the process of you using this website would you look at, let's say, like the main page of the website instead of the tabs?
This?
Yeah. Would it be after the tabs, before you go to the tabs, somewhere in the middle? At what point in the process would you look at the main page?
Am I coming to the main page with a goal in mind, or am I coming to the page to figure out what the website's all about?
I guess let's put you back in that same situation of your second semester, you're trying to register for classes, you get sent to this website.
Okay.
Would you immediately go to the tab, or would you browse the main page first, or I guess what would be your process there?
The very first thing I did when you sat me down here to look at this is I read the tabs, read those, and then evaluated what I was looking at.
Okay, so
So I sat
first
down.
read through the tabs, didn't click on them,
Mm-hmm.
then you read through the main page,
Mm-hmm.
and then you moved on from there.
Well, then you said to register for classes, so I went to the
And then you
classes tab.
clicked on the classes tab.
But
Gotcha.
my first thought was to read everything on this page that's easily visible.
Gotcha. Okay.
If there were like announcements, I would just read titles. I wouldn't read what the announcements were
Yeah.
or what the upcoming events were.
Gotcha.
I would
Okay.
just read
Makes
titles
sense.
of everything.
Makes sense.
And then I would note that this is pretty ugly.
It's a wireframe. We haven't added color or design yet. But sounds good. Is there anything else noteworthy that you would like to highlight of user experience problems that you had with this?
With this?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much then, Christian, for your time. That is going to end our user study experience of the My BYU new interface. And yeah, we hope to be able to improve this website based off of your feedback. Thanks so much.
It won't be hard to do. It's a low bar with the current website.